Broncos country. That's what we're talking about. That's the win we've been talking about. That's what we've been looking for. This is the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. We're going live. We're post-game reaction. I want to get you all in here talking about this win. This is what we've been looking for. Who's going to beat the rest of the co-hosts in here? That's going to be the question. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get everybody started. Oh, I don't know, right about now. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. My name is Keith Brugman. Not everybody got beat by, Karen and Paul. Kenny's here. And now I see Jody's here for a post-game reaction. My goodness, friends. Man, that's what we've been looking for. That's what we've been waiting for. What a fantastic game. What a fantastic victory. My name's Keith Brugman. I'm going to go around the horn. I'm going to welcome Kenny Kirkpatrick to the show. Kenny, how you doing, man? And what do you think about that Denver Broncos win?
Good, Keith. Welcome back to the real world, first and foremost. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
All I got to say is, hey, this is what we've been waiting for. That's it, Jody. That's what we've been waiting for. I don't want to hear anybody, and I mean anybody, saying, well, Joe Burrow was there, things would have been different. 28 points by this Broncos offense. Joe Burrow's not playing defense. Bo Nix had his wake-up call, his coming-out party. I liked what I seen. Congratulations on a big win, a must-win. Time to move on. Let's take care of business. Let's celebrate this win for a couple days, and then let's get the Super Bowl champs next week. Let's go.
I want to talk to Jody about 100-plus yards from a Denver Bronco player in more than 38 games, my friend. They're over 38 games, but here we are. J.K. Dobbins puts over 100 yards on the ground for the Denver Broncos. You've been calling for it, my friend.
Loved it. J.K. Dobbins, I mean, he should have had 100 last week. He was ripping off big chunks again. He easily could have had more. They just shut him down. 16 carries is still not enough. They need to get him the ball more. But you can see Sean Payton, he is, whether he likes it or not, he knows he's got to run the football. And J.K. Dobbins is, I think the Chargers are going to regret this come the end of the season, letting him go for, well, especially now that Najee Harris is hurt, but even before that. This is the best running back Denver's had, I'll say, since, I mean, people will argue this, but since Melvin Gordon, minus his fumbles, this is the best running back Denver's had since then, and this is a huge missing piece to this offense. And this running game is only going to get better.
I agree. It can only get better. It can only get better. There can only be more, like bringing in Mr. Trevor Salzman. We're bringing in more horsemen now as we welcome everybody to this post-game reaction. 28-3, a dominant performance. Trevor, I don't know what you called for. Jody called for more run game. He got that, man. What did you get in this 28-3 victory, my friend? And welcome to the show.
Again, great to be with you all. I mean, I just wanted them to get a win, find a way to win at home, and you had to have this game. I mean, you're going on the road against the Eagles. Your schedule's not going to get any easier. This is a Bengals team that just looks lost offensively. Jake Browning's not the answer. That I've been saying that for weeks now. They can't run the dang football. And you have Jamar Chase in Zach Taylor's ear constantly. I mean, that's just a wide receiver that's very frustrated with this offense and how they're running. So Denver took advantage of that. I think Denver improved on both sides of the ball this year, or I should say this game. 30 points. I mean, talk about giving Vance Joseph his flowers. I think it's time. 3 points against this Bengals offense, and just shut down Jake Browning and continue to put pressure on him all game. Love what I'm seeing from that. And I will say this: I'll give Sean Payton his flowers. First 100-yard running back in 38 games for Sean Payton. Love to see it. Continue to improve the run game. I like seeing Sean Payton stick with it. It looked like R.J. Harvey and Dobbins were both seeing touches tonight. So good to see both guys going, and good to see the Broncos get a victory at home.
Wait, I love the way they did it. They got Dobbins his 100 yards. They end up getting Harvey some extra touches at the end of the game. Get him some experience. I go to Kenny Kirkpatrick, and I want to say in a 28-3 victory, what are you more impressed by? The offense or the defense? And give me some highlights of why.
First and foremost, I'm impressed by our posse, which includes Michael Ronquillo, who's saying good evening, Keith, Kenny, and Jody, and Go Bo Broncos. He was with us this morning. He's with us this evening. He's sending 100 stars, guys. So everybody's friend, Michael Ronquillo. If you missed it, go check out the Morning Juice, by the way. We did a great job today, Trevor and I. Thanks for joining us today, Trevor. Impressed by, like Martin put it, a good team does beat up a bad team. Proud of our guys. And that's what they did. You know, they didn't let the Bengals come out. Bengals come out to a 3-0 lead. What else did they do the rest of the game? The adjustments tonight made on defense impressed me. Some people are after Vance Joseph. They adjusted after that first series. Yeah, we went down 3-0, but impressed that they stepped up and didn't allow anything else the rest of the game. And, next week's going to be tougher, but enjoy this week. Must win, got it done. Impressed with the run game and impressed with Sean Payton. He actually used that poster board playbook of his. And I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe we can go around the horn on a rapid fire. I like R.J. Harvey's play call on it. Didn't score. It took an excellent play by the Bengals defender to make that tackle. But I love that play call with the speedster, R.J. Harvey, the Wildcat. So he used the backside of that playbook, at least. If he's going to have a playbook that big, use it.
I'll start with you, Kenny, and then I'll kind of go around the horn. I'll call you all out. Where would you grade the play calling in this game, both offense and defense? Give me a final grade, A through F. Where would you put it?
I'm not going to say A because I didn't like the play call after the wild card after the Wildcat on 4th and 1. I didn't like that play action there, but I'm going to give it a solid B+ on offense. And I'm going to be critical. I'm going to be the same on defense. And it's not going to be an A because every week, my good friend Kurt Valenti calls out Vance Joseph every week. Got to get off to a fast start on defense. Against a good team, you come out slow and you allow points, you may not be able to come back. So B+, they did give up the first series. They let them march right down the field and got a field goal. B+ on both sides. I'm not going to give the A's out just yet.
All right, really quick over to I'll say Trevor Salzman. Let's get the Rocket Man involved.
For me, I'm going to give the defense an A. I don't know how you can't. I mean, this team just give up 3 points all game. They chased Brown 40 yards all game. I mean, again, was inefficient. Bengals couldn't get anything going offensively. Jake Browning was uncomfortable all night long in the pocket. VJ brought the pressure when he needed to, and was all in Jake Browning's face. Jake Browning was missing guys wide open in the middle of the field, Jamar Chase multiple times, and just he made Jake Browning just very, very uncomfortable out there. He could not get outside the pocket either. He contained Jake Browning really well. So, again, flowers to VJ. I mean, 3 points, you really can't get much better. I know that first drive was a little bit frustrating, but once the defense settled in, they really had it tonight. Offensively, I'm gonna give it probably a solid B. Across the board, I like what J.K. Dobbins has done. This morning on the morning juice, and I believe last night I did say, because I think Jody's been right all along, need to give J.K. Dobbins the ball, especially since he's healthy. And it seems like he's the healthiest he's been in a long time. So like what I'm seeing from J.K. Dobbins and the Broncos really improving the run game. Bo Nix, a little bit of mixed bag tonight. I'm not going to lie. I think Bo, again, love to see some of those laser passes in and him connect with Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin at times, but still, like, interception can't happen. And just got to get the ball out quicker. I mean, Evan Ingram, that could have been another touchdown. He just held the ball forever and kept scrambling outside, and it was too late. And then Evan Ingram stepped out of bounds, and you got nothing out of it. It's just got to clean things up continue for Bo Nix, but mixed bag from him. But I think from the offensive standpoint, I'll give him a solid B tonight.
Don't know if that was necessarily the rapid fire, but hey, I appreciate the answer, buddy. I appreciate the Rocket Man coming in. I'm going to get it over to the judge, but first I'm going to hit Paul Schaefer saying Vance gets an A+ in this game, and Sean gets a B. Where do you come in on this game, man? Here's a game that you kind of called for, man. A lot more running. We got our 100-yard rusher. I'm interested what the judge has to say, man.
I'll go a solid B+. And it'd probably be an A, except I hated those 2 play calls down at the 1. J.K. Dobbins is running the ball all the way down the field, and then you get cute down there. That interception is just as much on Sean Payton for calling that stupid play call, run the football. Dobbins was not getting stopped all night. You could have easily ran that ball in. He tried to get cute, and it cost him. And Bo Nix, he looked a lot better in the pocket. It's not a polished, finished product yet. The pass to Mims, he still runs a little bit up instead of just a quick shuffle, and that probably cost him a touchdown there. Same thing, like Trevor said, the little pass to Ingram. But all in all, it was much better. He looked a lot more comfortable in the pocket, and when they designed those plays over the middle, I'm hard-pressed to find somebody that throws a better, 15 to 25-yard over-the-middle pass than Bo Nix. He loves that pass, and he throws that on a rope, and that's what the running game opens up.
Yeah, when Bo Nix gets his feet planted and he delivers the ball, he has probably one of the best passes in the league. We saw more of that this game. Didn't see a complete game as far as Bo Nix. I'd say being confident with his footwork, but man, got the job done. And when you can rely on J.K. Dobbins, when you can rely on R.J. Harvey, when you can rely on this defense to help get the job done, you can walk away with a 28-3 win versus a Jake Browning-led Cincinnati Bengals football team. That being said, man, I love the adjustment. I think Kenny called it out perfectly. When Vance Joseph first and that defense first took the field, man, it did not look good. Matchups were being taken advantage of when it came to the Denver Broncos defense, and they marched down the field. Luckily, tightened up, held them to 3 points. But the adjustment, as Michael Ronquillo said in this comment here, the Cincinnati Bengals didn't get past the 50-yard line after that drive. Didn't get past the 50-yard line. That is something to be said. I don't care what backup quarterback is leading what team, to never let them pass the 50-yard line minus their first drive, in which they only got 3 points. I mean, I guess give them an A- if you want to, but that's pretty fantastic, gentlemen. You got to give it up for that. And that helped this offense in what they were able to do, whether we put points on the board or control the clock and control this game ultimately, right? This offense, it still has some wrinkles maybe to iron out as we go forward. But man, what a big step forward I saw from from this team and from Sean Payton. We've been asking him to run the ball, and run the ball he did. We got our 100-yard rusher. We got J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey both involved in this game. I'm happy with what the Denver Broncos did tonight on the field, both offensive and defensively. If I was going to give an offensive, grade, I guess you could say, I would go ahead and give him a B. Let's give him room for improvement. I would love to see 42 points from this Denver Broncos offense and Bo Nix just looking on point in this running game off the hook. That's to come, maybe. That's to come. Right now, we'll be looking forward to the Eagles. But, gentlemen, I'm just going to go around the horn, man. I've talked enough. I feel like we've kind of talked about a few different things. And I'll start with Jody, man. What else from this game impressed you? What player, what play, what, development, what happened in the game, and what's going to happen going forward? What do you like about this game and what it means, man?
A couple things. I think all the people that were calling out Riley Moss owe him an apology. He balled out this game, locking down. I mean, he was on Jamar Chase multiple times as well. So I thought he played really well. And I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that after the interception, that last 2 minutes was the best football I've seen from this team all year. A 3-and-out, and Bo Nix was laser focused. He drove this team all the way down the field. And when they needed it on third and whatever that was, like 3rd and 8, he threw a strike to Cortland Sutton, who ran an awesome route. And I don't know if anyone else when he caught that ball, he one-handed it and he rolled. I mean, it was just right there. I mean, Bo Nix knew when he threw that interception that he'd messed up. And, I mean, he made up for it, driving him down and getting those points right before half. That was, in my opinion, the best 2 minutes of football we've seen from this team all year, offense and defense.
Kenny, are you still there, man? I think I've been forever since I've talked to you, man.
I'm here. I'm letting you guys enjoy this. I'm here. I love it. It's been a great weekend. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it has been a great weekend, man. It's been a great weekend. But, man, I do want to hear from you, man. Outside perspective, looking at this Denver Broncos team, man, I know that you're involved with your Giants team, and congratulations to you, and thanks for taking down the San Diego Chargers, or
You're welcome.
Los Angeles Chargers. Dollar in the jar. But that being said, man, what do you have to say about this game, my friend?
I do. I want to point out one guy, and the stats aren't going to be, oh my God, wow stats, but Evan Ingram back on the field, spread the ball around. His presence was known. 4 catches, 29 yards. I know that's what I said. He's not going to get 100 yards in this game, but the Bengals are going to be focused on him, and Bo Nix is going to be able to spread the ball around. Run game opens up now. Evan Ingram is one of the most valuable players to have on this offense. If the Broncos can get Dre Greenlaw back healthy in a few weeks, watch out. Watch out. That's what I'm going to say. So, Evan Ingram, stay healthy. Let's have a bigger game next week and see what happens. But Evan Ingram is my take on this.
Do you guys think that he looks kind of awkward when he has to come in and line up as a true tight end? Like, he looks out of place sometimes, like he doesn't even want to block, like he'd rather just line up in the slot?
Probably. Yeah, I think you got a little bit of truth leaking through there, man. If you want to point out some negatives in a 28-3 win, I would agree, Jody, man.
I mean, just move him to wide receiver and be done with it.
That's why,
really,
if you want, bring another wide receiver. But again, no Debbie Downer tonight. Evan Ingram back on the field. I think it showed his presence on the offense. The Bengals were worried about him a little bit.
Good to see old faces and new friends. And Patrick Wiltsey happens to be one of those old faces. Good to see you. Aloha. Let's go, he says.
National Coffee Day. A few more minutes.
Whoo. Yeah, just got a few more minutes left of National Coffee Day. And lo and behold, I happen to get a delivery on my doorstep from Lion Coffee today, man. How does that work out, man? Lion Coffee on National Coffee Day. Thank you, Patrick Wiltsey, for getting that shipment out to me, and now I can enjoy some Lion Coffee. Maybe I'll stay up late watching some All-22 film. Trevor, I know that you're usually short on words, so feel free to take some time and talk about what you had to say about this Denver Broncos team, this 28-3 win, and what it means maybe going forward as we are about to take on a big battle versus the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be a little bit shorter on this, but I mean, you got to enjoy a win. You got to enjoy a win however you can. I guess I'm more of a little on the skeptical side still, because here's my thing: as great as this victory was, it was a tale of two halves for the Broncos offense. I mean, you only scored a touchdown in the second half. You got to put teams away. I'm sorry, we can't keep talking about you kind of rely upon the defense all the time. I mean, if this isn't a Jake Browning, bad offensive line, Cincinnati Bengals, what's the score of this game? I mean, you just can't take your foot off the gas. In the first half, I love what I'm seeing. And obviously they ran the ball, still ran the ball well in the second half, but it just seemed like the team got a little stagnant in the second half. And it's just something to kind of keep an eye on. Like they still got to improve on that. You're going to see better opponents. The Eagles are not going to go away like this. So you got to continue to put your foot on the gas all game long, all 4 quarters, not just halves, all 4 quarters long. But I mean, you enjoy a victory however you can get it. 28-3. The defense stepped up in a big way. Vance Joseph, heck of a game. Continued to put pressure on Jake Browning and make him feel uncomfortable. But I mean, you got to love to see what you're seeing from this team. Going forward and carry this momentum against the Eagles, because you're going to need it. But I do think that this is a momentum for this team, and especially for the Broncos defense, who've gotten blamed, I think, the last couple of weeks for the Broncos just not being able to pull games out.
I just like the game plan in general. This defense adjusted. We held them to 3 points. I thought we were going to blitz this Jake Browning backup quarterback all night long. They said, no. That's going to get us in trouble. We're backing off. We're going into coverage. We shut this Cincinnati Bengals team down. I would say be on Kirk Cousins alert for the Cincinnati Bengals right now if I was to put a prediction out there, by the way. And then on the offensive side, I get it, man. I'm right on board with you, Trevor. There's improvements in the second half that we could see, where there's still improvements from Bo Nix that we could see. But from Sean Payton, minus a few plays getting in a little bit late, the play calling was fantastic. We got J.K. Dobbins 100 yards. We got R.J. Harvey involved. We saw great catches from, as Kenny Kirkpatrick said, Evan Ingram, and kept the defense on their toes in that regard. Cortland Sutton was a major point. Troy Franklin had some catches. Marvin Mims, that I said a couple of weeks ago, take that sweep or whatever you want to call it from Marvin Mims out of the playbook. Lo and behold, we get the best block from Pat Bryant and a touchdown for Marvin Mims on that jet sweep. So, like, things were clicking, and it seemed like it was very, very well done by Sean Payton and Bo Nix executing that offense out on the field for the most part.
Is Marvin Mims the real joker of this team? For what he does, I mean, running the ball, punt returns, wide receiver. I mean, he does it all. What does Evan Ingram do that makes him a joker?
Man, that sounds like an A-B poll that we need to get out there, man. Who's the real joker in the Denver Broncos offense? Is it Evan Ingram? Or could it be Marvin Mims? Man, that's a good call out, Jody. I want to get some final words in. I'm going to get to Kenny, man, so he can take up as much time as he wants in this post-game reaction. The Denver Broncos are 2-2. Thank you so much to your New York Giants for taking down the San Diego Chargers. We're right there tied up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And once again, I'll put $1 in the jar for calling them the San Diego Chargers. We can go back to the Los Angeles Chargers. Kenny, what do you have to say about this victory by the Denver Broncos? And can't wait to talk more as we go forward with more podcasts. I'll talk about our sponsors and what we got going forward in just a moment.
Enjoy this victory if you're the Broncos. Enjoy it more as a Bronco fan. 28-3. Everybody here knew it was a must-win. Broncos players knew it was biggest must-win of the season by far. Now, go out. I'm not going to say shock the world. You're considered a Super Bowl contender, a playoff contender. Play those Eagles good and maybe come out with a road victory next week. You build off this win. It wasn't a hard-fought victory. It was pretty easy, 28-3. Go and show the world why people have you as an outside chance as a Super Bowl contender and beat those Super Bowl champs next week. I could see it happening. Let's go.
Let's go, man. I like it, man. Don't be the underdog. Go in there off this victory. Show them who's boss. Play up to their level. Love it. Kenny Kirkpatrick, you got me motivated. Can't wait to be talking about this matchup throughout the week. But first, I'm going to turn to Mr. Jody the Judge Moncrief.
I'll just piggyback off of what Kenny said. You celebrate this win tonight. You played good basically in all three phases, but get focused and go in and play your best football game next week. You beat Philly next week at Philly. You put those two losses behind you, and people now the Broncos are back, and this D is ready. And this D is not even healthy yet. That's the big thing. You get Roach back next week. That's going to be huge in the run game. And Dre Greenlaw, if it's only 4 games, this is game 3 coming up. I mean, he's a couple games away if that's the case. The more I think about it, I think that was the plan all along. Sit him out a couple games, then IR. He needed 6 games. And you're healthy. Keep evolving this run game and do everything you can to keep J.K. Dobbins healthy because he's a top 10 running back in the NFL.
I like that.
Before you go to Trevor and yourself, I love Karen's comment, the last one there. We can't have a slow start, though. Every week you're down 3-0. Every week. Don't do that against the Eagles. Come out, do your homework, get off to a fast start. Love that comment, Karen. Couldn't agree more.
Fast start. It's going to be necessary versus a team like the Eagles. But right now, we're savoring this 28-3 victory versus, a Cincinnati Bengals teams that had high hopes. But now, Monday Night Football, we own that crown, at least for this week. Trevor, talk about it before we get off the air. What do you like? What do you love? And get us out of here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I love the defense. I mean, I'll continue to say this defense shut this Cincinnati offense down. I know they gave up 3 points to opening drive, but my gosh, I mean, they were just all over Jake Browning and Chase Brown. Never got going in this game, and that's exactly what I said. One of my keys to this game was cannot let Chase Brown get going. He hasn't got going all season long. Don't let him start now, and he didn't tonight. Only 40 yards on the ground. I mean, that just can't happen if you're a Cincinnati Bengals player on the ground. But I will say something going forward, fellas and Posse. This team, penalty-wise, I mean, got to stop with the silly penalties. 7 penalties. Cincinnati had 11 tonight, but 7 penalties for 72 yards, that is not going to get it done against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles. I know I'm not trying to jump the gun here, but I'm just saying something to keep keep an eye on going forward is penalties with this team because it's been a recurring thing. It seems like each and every week penalties hurt this team in some sort of way. Got to start playing a little more discipline as your schedule gets tougher and as travel gets a little bit tougher because you have that international game coming up as well. But again, you enjoyed this victory, short week, and love what I'm seeing from the Broncos on the ground game. I think there's still more that can be done. But again, baby steps in the right direction, I think, is something to be proud of and something you can take with going forward.
He's jumping the gun. Because he's excited. We go live every Wednesday, every Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time with the Denver Bronco Roundup podcast. Jody and I will be breaking down this game, man. We'll have some all-22 film we'll be talking about. Trevor is all excited about the next game because we'll be on Friday breaking down the next matchup versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And, of course, you can catch me and Kenny Kirkpatrick normally unless it was this week. But normally on the Morning Juice, 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time as well. We love these post-game reaction shows, especially when we're talking about a 28-3 victory by your Denver Broncos. We're 2-2 and looking pretty dang good. Let's keep this rolling, man. This has been a fantastic podcast. Thank you, everybody that's came in the posse, giving us love, giving us questions, giving us thoughts, giving us answers to this Denver Broncos team. You've been rocking with us for, well, multiple years, some of you, but all season long. Can't wait to go the rest of the season. Big shout out. I didn't give necessarily a sponsor read, but Morgan Trinkets. Check out Morgan Trinkets if you're into Southwest jewelry, Southwest pottery, estate gold at wholesale prices. Check them out over at Morgan Trinkets Co. on Etsy. That's Morgan Trinkets Co. But we're going to get out of here. We get out of here. Well, Kenny did it really, really well on the Morning Juice. I was really super proud of him. We get out of here one way only. How is that? We keep our boots in the stirrups, guns in the holsters, and of course, the Denver Broncos in your heart, especially after this 28-3 victory. Till next time, we're going to get out of here.
Hooray.
Good night, everybody. Congratulations to your Denver Broncos. Let's get out of here, everybody. Have a good night.